Katrina Pearson, who is the national spokeswoman for the Trump campaign. Katrina, welcome. Good to have you here today. Good morning to you. So you were listening to Governor John Kasich along with us. There are some polls that show your candidate, Donald Trump, and Kasich tied right now in Ohio. This is really the first time that we have heard negative comments about Donald Trump from John Kasich. He said, I got to tell you, there are things that I've seen from this candidate that I find deeply disturbing. The mudslinging, he said, I have 2 daughters, and he said, I'm going to speak out about this quite a bit more. What do you think about all that?
Well, I think this falls right in line with the establishment. I mean, Martha, we have seen even the attack ads, the war on women issue, and everything else that liberals throw at Republicans. We're seeing now the establishment Republicans do the exact same thing. And so I'm really not surprised that Kasich, which is, you know, someone the establishment was really hoping to be that person going into this forced contested convention. So this isn't surprising. This also isn't fooling anyone, Martha. Everyone knows that the left is not going to play nice. They want a candidate that's going to stand up and fight for them. And we have seen what's on full display over the last week is that's Donald Trump.
So some of the things that we are starting to see in this campaign, no doubt you will also see in the general campaign.
Yes.
There's an ad that just came out that strings together women who are speaking words that Donald Trump has said about women. It's getting a lot of play on the internet. What do you think about that? Because clearly that line of argument will come at Donald Trump if he's the front runner and he's the candidate.
Well, of course it will, and we fully expect that, and I think any Republican could fully expect a waged war on women, particularly with Hillary Clinton running. But I really don't think this is going to be a problem. A lot of those statements is what Mr. Trump made as a television character. So I don't think that some of that is going to stick. Again, everyone knows who Mr. Trump is. That's why they're having a very hard time spending hundreds of millions of dollars trying to redefine who Mr. Trump is. He's been in the public eye for decades. His negatives are baked in. People want a strong leader, period. That's why he's winning today.
All right. I want to play a little bit of what we're just looking at, some video from yesterday on the campaign trail. Some video from Bill O'Reilly last night and some words almost of advice that he had for Donald Trump. And I want to get your thoughts on this. Let's play that.
Sure.
Donald Trump is an intelligent man, but he is in unfamiliar waters. He has never been through anything like this before. He would be wise to tone it down a bit, to fully explain his positions, to hire advisors who can articulate his vision, and to conduct himself with restraint.
What do you think, Katrina?
Well, I think over the course of the election cycle, I mean, since June, Martha, I think Mr. Trump has been sort of navigating the waters, never being a politician before, never being a political candidate, and not being restrained by a lot of these so-called advisors who actually take the personality out of the candidate, what makes them not so genuine, which is another reason why so many people love Mr. Trump. But I do think Mr. Trump understands, and he's acknowledged, even with Bill O'Reilly, that there is some things that he could alter, but there are some things that he won't alter because he will not be bullied by the left or the right or anyone else for that matter.
I think you're absolutely right. We've seen so many candidates who get overmanaged and who basically strip their own personality out of themselves, and we've seen it not serve them well at all. And clearly that part of the equation has worked very well for Donald Trump so far. But in terms of advisors on things like foreign policy, we talked to Brit Hume a little while ago, and we talked with Marco Rubio earlier. A lot of people feel that he was going to announce who his foreign policy advisors are. He was going to give people sort of a sense of confidence that he is working on that side of the equation. When will he do that, and is he?
He is, absolutely, and they are working on that. There were some other policies that we are working on because we do want to get some more policies out there. We feel that it's very important because we do have a lot of people who say, Martha, every time we release a policy, Mr. Trump holds a full press conference, and you still hear the pundits and the anchors in the media say, well, Donald Trump doesn't have specifics, when he had a full press conference. But he is definitely working on more foreign policy and putting out those advisors, and I think you're going to see that very soon.
All right. Katrina, thank you very much.